I don't remember any of it.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Welcome to the Rated G for Gamers podcast, episode 92. Just a reminder, before we start, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, and YouTube at Rated G for Gamers. You can always email us at ratedgforgamers@gmail.com. We appreciate all the love. I'm your host, Dave Rotino. This is my co-host, Dan, the podcaster formerly known as Classic Robinson.
What's going on, man?
Well, It has happened.
The apocalypse?
The apocalypse.
The zombie apocalypse? Are we in The Walking Dead?
No. October 27th the date has come and gone. All of the awesome things have dropped.
Was it as good as advertised?
I would say so. What do you think?
Yeah, and you know what? Listen, we bought all three games.
We did. Now, that's Mario Odyssey, that's Assassin's Creed Origins, and Wolfenstein 2.
Yes, and if you look at our Instagram, I said for weeks I wasn't going to buy Wolfenstein. I was going to wait for it to come on a Switch.
I knew you were going to get it.
Yeah, I couldn't resist. I had to get it. I couldn't. No, I couldn't.
I know you.
I needed to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I needed to get it.
We
both saw Stranger Things.
We did.
Two.
We did.
We
binged on it in like a day, pretty much.
We did. The only thing we didn't do was see Jigsaw.
We didn't see the new Jigsaw, which apparently, if you look on Rotten Tomatoes, has like a 34%.
But I'm going to see it tonight, actually.
Oh, you are?
I'm going to see it tonight.
Nice.
So I will.
Let me know how that is.
I will complete the circle.
All
the awesome
trust
things.
me. I like Saw, even the bad Saws.
I didn't know there was good Saws other than the first one.
Well, I mean, the first one is legitimately a good movie. I liked 2 and 3. I thought they were good.
Yeah, I thought after, once they got into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, they got very formulaic.
7,
yeah.
3D.
Yeah.
The final chapter, the final Saw, whatever it's called.
Jigsaw Returns, Friday the 13th, Jigsaw Returns.
There we go. Yeah. Halloween Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Right? No.
Man.
Nightmare and Jigsaw.
How come he's not in a fighting game?
Who?
Jigsaw.
Give it time.
Tobin Bell, yeah.
Give it time.
Everybody else has been. Jason's been in. Freddy's been in.
He'll be in Killer Instinct.
I hope so.
Give it time.
I hope so.
Give it time. Well, you know what? We don't know. I don't know. Maybe he has. Has Jigsaw? Well, they've made Saw games.
They made 2 Saw games, which were awful.
Yeah, I have both of them.
They were bad. Yeah.
No, I heard the first one was okay.
Define okay.
Playable.
Well, E.T. would. Well, no, E.T. wasn't.
E.T. was not playable.
No, there's many games that are playable. It doesn't mean that they're good or even okay.
Well, I heard Saw 1 was okay. Saw 2, not so much.
All right. You were just a Saw video game apologist over here.
I didn't even play them. I just heard it was okay.
So you don't even know.
Don't back me into a corner. Listen, I played the Order. I will be an Order apologist because it's not as bad as people say it is.
Look, it's it's fun. I talked maybe last week or the week before. I finally cracked open the Order 1886.
Did you finish it? Because you can finish it in an hour.
I know. Oh, I put it on hard mode.
Oh, that's why.
Like you do.
Like this. Yeah. All right. So he'll finish it. 2030? 31?
Yeah.
There we
2030. Go. Once I finish Arkham City, then the Order 1886. I'll have those 2 in the bag by 2030.
So, but no, all right. Let's get back on track. So we saw Stranger Things 2.
We did. Season 2.
We didn't watch it together, but we did binge it around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
Strong.
Did it live up to the hype? Better than season 1?
Nothing's better than the original.
Nothing's better than season 1. No.
Unless you're talking about Godfather, nothing's better than the original. And even then, I would argue the first one's better. I mean, they amped everything up, right?
Well, listen, I knew about Stranger Things. I wasn't into it. So
you got into it a little late. I was trying to get you to watch it.
I got into it a little late. I binge watched it. I think like in August or something like that, and I was like, "This is awesome."
Yeah, listen, man. I tried to tell you.
I said, "Dave, why didn't you tell me about this? This is awesome."
I did, but that's fine.
So season 1 is fresh in my mind, right? So I didn't even.
So you just skipped the recap.
Well, I didn't need it because
you didn't.
Because I just saw it.
No, I was watching it with my girl, and we're like, we don't really remember what happened so much. So the recap was key for us at least.
So it was fresh in my mind, and season 2 was awesome. Didn't live up to season 1.
No,
right? It wasn't as good as season 1, but it was still great.
It was. Yeah. I mean, everything was bigger. The stakes were higher. We saw a little more of the upside down. Is that I'm trying to keep it vague.
Yeah, we saw a lot more of the upside down, which was inside out.
Yeah.
All right, so, listen. This would be we're not spoiler free. We're not going to talk about it. It was a great.
I mean, it just came out.
It was great. I would say go binge it. I'm still mad at myself. I have not watched The Defenders.
Oh, same. I haven't even cracked Iron Fist.
All right, so the reason why I haven't watched The Defenders, I purposely haven't watched it because I haven't finished Iron Fist. I'm halfway through.
There you go. Yeah.
I've watched every other. I watched Daredevil 1 and 2, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones was awesome.
That's all right.
I thought Luke Cage was awesome. Daredevil season 1 I thought was better than 2.
Yeah.
Iron Fist, not so much. Not what I thought it was going to be. But I'm going to finish it. I should do it this weekend. I'm going to do it before Christmas. Because I want to watch The Defenders.
Okay.
I don't want to.
I don't know how you're going to sandwich that in between all of the video games that are out and are coming out in the next 2 months.
Listen, I binged Stranger Things 1 and 2 in the last 2 months. So I can binge the rest of Iron Fist.
You know what? Tiny little aside, which I think tiny little aside. I love the fact that I can binge watch TV and play my Switch at the same time. Two birds, one stone.
Well, you know what? That's actually a good point. I do the same. Well, I have 2 TVs on my wall.
You have 2 TVs and a monitor. So
I have 2 44 or 47-inch TVs on my wall.
You're like the architect from
The Matrix.
The Matrix 2. Yeah, the Matrix.
I have all these screens.
Yeah.
It's like, hey Dave, what do you want to watch? Hey Dave, girlfriend, do you want to watch something different while I play something on another screen?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
We could.
Well, you know what? Put it this way. My version of that is I can watch football on a Sunday.
Yes.
I can watch Stranger Things on the other TV, and I can play my Switch.
Right.
So that's my version. That's the ultimate.
That's the ultimate right there. Yeah.
Yeah. And I can tell my girl she can watch TV on her phone.
There you go. Oh, that hurts.
I'm sure she'll turn from my football.
Yeah. Right.
So all right, let's get into it. All right. Super Mario Odyssey. What do you think?
Oh, you want to go ahead and kick it off with Odyssey?
Let's just go into it, man.
All right, let's do it.
What do you think of Odyssey?
It's fantastic. It is legit fantastic.
You know what? We're gonna have levels to this.
All
right, because we're gonna call this the Dave scale.
Okay.
Okay, so it's gonna be Dave. Yeah. Hey, do you like a game? It's okay. All right. Right. And when Dave really likes a game, it's fantastic. So we got fantastic, okay, and trash.
Yeah, okay. Wow, it's a very short scale.
Well, that's the scale. That's the Dave scale.
It's 1, 2, or 3. It's trash, or fantastic.
Yeah, because when Dave thinks a game is trash, he's just if Dave thinks a game is bad, he's just like, oh, it's trash.
Oh, I will tell you outright. Fable 1, trash.
That's trash.
Fable 1 is trash in the trash scale.
All right. If he likes a game, but it's not the greatest, it's okay. It's okay. So, okay. /okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
so basically, it goes from goes from Fable 1 to Mario Odyssey. That's the scale.
And in between, the Order 1886.
In between the Order 1886. So far. I like it, but it's, you know.
Yeah, but there you go. See?
I'm not as crazy about it.
See? Look what you just did. You said,
I did.
You know what? Then we go, okay, so it's a sliding scale.
Uh-huh.
Does it scale more towards okay?
So now
or
it's down to 5.
Or does it scale?
Or does it scale? Great and pretty good.
Does it scale to okay? Is it just or is it okay?
No, yeah. So,
and then when a game is great, when he loves it, it's fantastic. You gotta keep the going.
So Odyssey, fantastic. To reiterate, the game is fantastic. I would assume you think the same.
The game is amazing,
right?
Yeah, I've beaten it. I've beaten the main story.
See, I'm trying to prolong the magic. I'm trying to hold off on that end Zelda fight, like you did.
I still haven't beaten Zelda. I still haven't beaten Zelda.
There you go. You're trying to prolong the magic.
But okay. Well, here's the slight spoilers. No major spoilers. I'm not going to give away anything.
Wait, to Odyssey or
to Odyssey?
Oh boy.
Slight.
All right.
Just slight spoilers.
Now.
Nothing.
If you want to skip them, go ahead like a minute.
No, I wouldn't skip because it's nothing me. I'm not telling you Bowser actually wins at the end or anything like that.
Dude, no.
That's not true.
I know.
No, but how many moons did you get so far?
Oh, okay. I got almost 200.
Okay, so you got more than me, and I already beat the story.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're trying to go through all the levels, try to get all the moons, but it's not going to happen because after you beat the story,
there's additional content.
You have to go back to all the other worlds because they're going to be like double the moons. Mm-hmm. There's like 836 moons in this thing.
Right. Okay? That's insane. I thought there was maybe like 3, 4, maybe at most.
Well, I think it's like 3 and change if you're trying to like get them all before you get to Bowser.
I see.
Or something like that.
And then they add another.
And then they add another couple of hundred. Damn. To each.
Okay, cool. Because I know a lot of people like beat it in like the first weekend.
Yes, you can. You can.
You could, yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of those moons are easy.
Right. Yeah, they give you more than enough. So you need X amount of moons to beat a level, right?
You need X amount of moons to leave a level.
Yeah, you need like maybe 8 or 10 or whatever to get there, and I don't know if you even have to beat the boss to exit the.
I don't think so.
Next level. Okay, so you need a certain amount of moons.
When you beat the bosses, you get the multi moon, which is like 3.
It gives you 3, yeah.
Yeah. So it gives you multiple all at once.
And they usually guide you to where the boss is, so you more or less end up there anyway. But yeah, I mean you can beat a level in like 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah, because like I said, a lot of those moons are easy.
Yeah. So
listen. This game is amazing. I'm still playing it. I've played it mostly docked.
Mm-hmm. Same actually. Yeah, same. I want to get the full 1080p on the big screen.
Well, and the motion controls not my thing. Nintendo still tries to force some motion controls on you.
Yeah, I mean I think you can do everything but
there's certain things.
Cap spin.
No, you can do the cap spin with the Pro Controller.
Oh, how?
All you got to do is just spin your controller or spin your
gotta pretend
your
stick. Like you're mixing up the cookie batter.
Okay. You can if you throw and spin and just spin the right stick, it'll spin, or you can actually spin the controller,
right,
and it'll spin. But there are certain jumps that you can't make without motion controls, and if you want to throw the cap up, just like straight up, you need the motion control to throw up.
To flip it up. I see. Okay.
So they are still trying to force you,
to
use motion controls. So I navigate through the game mostly better with the Pro Controller. Mm-hmm. Like I've played it docked a few times.
Yeah.
I think it's more fun when I'm playing it. I mean, I've played it handheld. A few times, but I think it's more fun docked. Personally.
I agree.
So I've only played it handheld when I took it with me, and I saw this another GMG.
You have to play it handheld when you take it with you.
There's
no other way to.
Well, I could just take my monitor with me.
I suppose you could.
I saw another GMG, grown man in a suit playing Odyssey.
Oh my god!
We just gave each other that look. I'm just like,
I know.
Good game. I know.
You getting that star? You getting that moon?
You getting that moon? Well, he even looked at me and said GMG, and I was just like, yeah.
Well, whatever.
Growing.
Never let it die.
I'm not letting it die.
We're gonna have to make you a T-shirt that says #GMG.
#GMG. So we actually are coming out with some new shirts.
Yeah, we are.
Watch out for that.
Yeah, we are.
So, all right. You haven't beaten the game yet. I really want to talk to you about the ending, but I can't. It's driving me nuts.
Well,
Hurry up.
We couldn't even do it anyway because there's, people are still playing it.
People are still playing it. We gotta have a spoiler cast though, because I want to talk about it.
I know, and
I can even talk to you off. I can even talk to you when we're not recording.
Right, because I'm not done with the game yet. Yeah.
Well, you're never gonna be done with the game.
Thank you for respecting. Yeah, Will. Game's not that difficult.
999 moons.
Yeah.
You got 700 to go, buddy.
Well, I mean, I have to beat it to get the other one, so 200 to like 300 and whatever before you beat it isn't that bad. I could get there.
You're past me, and I already beat it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, clean it up.
All right, let's talk about the other two.
Okay.
So let's go with Assassin's Creed.
Mm-hmm. You wanna save the scores for the end?
Well, we're getting right into the review roundup afterwards.
Yeah, all right.
All right. So we talk about Assassin's Creed. I really like the game. I think the game is. It's not as great as Mario, but
no,
it has its boring parts where it's a little bit like tedious. I love like you go in like eagle mode and you're flying in a was it Falcon or Eagle?
I think it's Falcon, Eagle, Hawk, something like that.
Yeah. And you get to see the area. It's Egypt looks amazing.
It does. It does look good.
I would say one of my issues is, I went through the first handful of missions. I've been playing Mario a lot, so I haven't really put as much time as in Assassin's Creed or Wolfenstein as I would want to.
Same, yeah.
But it's like, hey, you gotta go to this side of the map to get this mission, and then you gotta go all the way back to this side of the map over the lake.
Yep.
To get to this mission.
Yep.
And then the next mission is all the way even further over there.
Well, did you zoom out and see the whole entire map of like Egypt, I guess?
Well, I zoomed out and saw like Northern Africa.
Yeah, right? Because you get like that opening area and you're like, oh, this is pretty big, and then you like realize that
it's way bigger.
Yeah, that's like one of 12 or 15 different areas. So yeah, it's big.
I would say somebody said it. I saw on YouTube. I forgot who. They said one of their issues they had was when you get spotted, it's hard to lose people, right? And they give you a camel in the beginning. You said you have a horse. I don't know how you got a horse. We got the same game. I got the
gold edition.
We got the same. I got the gold edition too. I got the Steelbook game. I put the code in.
The first thing I did was like, I paid $100 for the damn game. I want to get all the in-game content that I can. So I went into the options and the store, and it's like, oh, hey, you have all this stuff. Redeem it. I redeemed all that. I used the little in-game code, got all that. Went to the Uplay store, right? Because that's Ubisoft got their own thing. I got all the stuff I could in the Ubisoft store, all the extra weapons, costumes, and everything that was available. I ended up with like at least one alternate weapon, piece of armor, item, and I got a horse as well as a camel.
I got all of that stuff. I mean, maybe I have to like. Maybe I need to enable it or whatever.
I think so. Yeah.
So what's the difference? Like, just it's faster to. Is it faster? Like, just
the horse has no humps. I think it is a little faster. Otherwise, it's relatively the same.
So I follow the road. I'm like, I'm just starting the game and I'm following the road, trying to, get to this mission on the other side of the map. And it's like, I get spotted. I was like, I didn't even know I was hiding.
Yeah.
But I lost them pretty easy. I just kept going. I just ignored them. And I lost them pretty easily. So, I don't know, maybe later in the game, it's hard to, like, ditch people.
Yeah.
Like if you do a mission and you steal something, it's hard. Maybe it's harder to lose them that way. But if you just, like, they spot you.
I think it makes it more realistic because, like, in the other games, you can just, like, turn a corner and go into a hay barrel. And it's like, well, I don't know where he's at, Like it just like it feels a little weird sometimes. So I haven't experienced that yet because I'm still doing like the fetch quest thing and the learn how to do the combat thing and all that. So it's taken a little bit of time.
So all right. So what are your thoughts on the game?
Oh,
here we go.
On the Dave scale.
On the Dave scale,
it's I give it a. I'm very lukewarm on it.
Really?
Well, you haven't really played any of the other Assassin's Creeds. right?
I played a lot of Syndicate. I played more Black Flag in Syndicate than any other Assassin's Creed game.
So you put about an hour into it, is what you're saying?
No, I played a lot of Black Flag.
You did? Okay.
Yeah,
well, Black Flag is the best one.
You don't remember? I played Black Flag.
Yeah.
It was like one of the first. It was like a handful of games I got for
the
PS4.
Xbox One.
No,
PS4.
I got it on PS4, and I got it digital too. Right, and I think my digital there was something wrong with my download because halfway through the game, it got stuck, and they couldn't figure it out. So Sony I said, listen, I want they canceled my license, they canceled the number, and they gave me back my money. What? So I refused to go back to playing Black Flag because I don't want to play it all over again. So I put hours into Black Flag, and I put like 2.5 hours into Syndicate.
Okay, I mean, it just like I know the intro is the intro. It's the tutorial. The first 10 missions are going to be here's how to play, but it doesn't feel fresh to me. Even though you were talking about the Hawk thing, and the Hawk thing is kind of cool and all that, but it feels a little stale.
Listen, Assassin's Creed games will always be Assassin's Creed games, just in a different setting.
Yeah, but if that's the case, I'm falling off a little bit. Because like Black Flag was awesome. Black Flag was like, you know what's really cool? Ships, and they doubled down on the ships, and they made naval combat awesome, and you could do all these cool things, and you could skin animals in the wild, and like, sure, most of it was the new setting for sure, but I don't know, it felt fresh. It felt fresh to me.
Listen, like I said, I played a lot of Black Flag. I played a lot of Syndicate. This feels like Syndicate just in Egypt. Yeah. And Syndicate was great. Syndicate was fine. It's just, I'm not. It was more, I'm not into stealth games that much.
Right. I know
the area. The setting is what got me.
Yeah.
This is Egypt. This is cool. Like, this is awesome. I'm playing an assassin in Egypt. Like the setting is what got me.
Yeah.
So I'm fine. I still don't like stealth games.
I know.
I think some missions need to be stealth, but for the most part, you have the option to go stealth or the option to go,
like full on
swords blazing, because there are no guns.
No, there are no guns. There's bows. You can get bows.
There are bows. I can go in bows blazing.
Bows blazing. There you go.
I just have to upgrade myself to where I can take the arrows out of the shield and use them. And reuse them.
I didn't know that was a perk.
You had to upgrade. You have to upgrade though.
Yeah. I do like the perk system. I do. I will say that perk system is pretty cool. So I don't know. I'm gonna give it some more time.
I think it's pretty good.
I'm gonna give it some more.
I think it's a pretty good game.
I mean, I bought the game. I bought the gold edition.
You bought the gold edition, so you got the DLC and all that stuff.
I'm gonna play it.
Well, seasons pass. Seasons pass. Yeah. All right. So let's get into the trifecta. Wolfenstein 2. The game I was not going to pick up.
I know. The game that I was saying
that I actually picked up.
The game that I was saying that you need to get this game, and I still haven't played this game.
You still have not played this game.
Well, I tried to install it. And it was like,
you have it for what system?
That for the PC.
All right, so you got it for the PC.
Of course.
Okay, and you still cannot install this game.
No, I have it installed now, but it just took like a good 2.5 hours, and I was trying to do it late at night. So I was like, well, damn, I will play the first one and try and complete it while it's installing, because I'm like, I'm over 2.5 hours, maybe I can do this. I didn't finish, like the install got to like 50% the first night, and it got to like 80-90% the second night. And yeah, I haven't put time into it yet. So I was gonna play the first mission or two, and just to see how it is. So I don't know, but I hear good things.
So I played the first couple of missions. Well, I don't say couple of missions. Yeah, maybe first 2 missions.
Sure.
Well, first of all, when the game started, I haven't beaten 1. Okay, I got halfway through 1, and I just kind of got disinterested.
Right.
They give you like this huge montage of what happened in the first game. Right. It's like the first 8 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Rehashes the whole last game. So
here's what happened. Spoilers. Stranger Things 1.
Spoilers. I already know how Wolfenstein 1 ends, so I don't really need to go back and play it.
Right. So just a little word to the wise,
It's more Wolfenstein. It's more Wolfenstein. I'm stuck in an area that's sort of in the beginning. Okay. I've killed everyone. and I just don't know how to progress. So I don't know what I need to do. I need to get a walkthrough or something.
You do.
Unless there's a glitch. I don't know.
People have YouTube videos online already. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I just haven't gone back to it because I've been playing Mario so good.
I know.
I've been getting these moons.
Okay. So before we get into the review round,
well, let's just get into the Metacritic score.
Well, what I want to know, but before we do that, you had to rank.
All three.
Let's do this. So, put these in order, worst to best. Go.
Oh, that's easy. Mario, Assassin's Creed.
Wait, no, I said worst to best. You already failed.
Yeah, well, Mario's the worst game out of all of them.
Oh my god.
No, who does? I'm not doing worst to best. I'm doing top to bottom.
All right, fine. You can do.
I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna do it top to bottom.
All right. Well, we know.
Mario,
we know
Assassin's
Odyssey's
Creed, and then Wolfenstein.
Okay.
I'm more interested in Assassin's Creed than I am Wolfenstein.
Okay.
So I've put more time. I put a little bit more time into Assassin's Creed, but I'm really like. The world to me is like super interesting, and I want to go back.
Yeah,
I just can't put down Mario.
Yeah, I know.
Going back into the Wolfenstein world.
Right.
So what about you? In your order, what do you want?
I can't because I haven't played Wolfenstein, so it'd have to be.
Well, Wolfenstein would be at the bottom.
It would be at the bottom.
So yeah, we got the same order.
It would be at the yeah. Technically, yes.
Technically, it's the same order.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get into the Metacritic score. Let's see what everyone else thought.
All
right. So Super Mario Odyssey is tied with Zelda Breath of the Wild for the highest Metacritic rating this year. 97.
This year, not of all time.
Not of all time.
Interesting. Okay.
Guess what game is like the highest rated game of all time?
I can tell you what it's not. It's not the Order 1886.
The fifth reference to this show. Just the intro.
I don't know. Half-Life 2?
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time. Interesting.
I think it's like a 98, 99.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of nostalgia for that game.
Yeah. So, but best game this year, best game for Switch, review game, Metacritic score of 97, Super Mario Odyssey. It's amazing.
Interesting.
Assassin's Creed Origins actually got an 83 Metacritic score.
Overall, yeah.
Overall, which is pretty high. I thought it would be a little bit lower, to be honest.
Yeah. 83 is solid. 83 says to me, pick this game up, play this game if you like this genre.
And Wolfenstein 2 got an 89.
Strong, even though it's basically Wolfenstein 1 but on steroids. Yeah,
it is, but people love it. I mean, it's an interesting thing of what if the Nazis won World War II and then actually took over America. Yeah.
It's a real alternate revisionist history type situation. I'm excited.
And they actually have what if Hitler didn't kill himself?
Yeah, right.
He would be a really old man, probably sick.
Yeah.
In this, because this took place in the 60s, the early 60s.
Right. So there'd be an extra 20 years added onto his life.
Yeah. So it just so you know, localization. So in the American version, Hitler has the little mustache, the square. In the German version, he does not.
Yeah, I think
they're trying to erase him from history.
Yeah, I think every version of Wolfenstein, whenever it comes out in Germany, has major censorship.
Yes,
and it makes sense,
So, but you can still name your kid Adolf.
Well. Yeah, it'd be very hard to ban it. Well, I don't know. I mean, you could just be like, "This is my kid Adolf,"
Well, I mean, Hitler's his. I mean, I don't want to get into
no, I don't
Nazis
have
and Hitler's, but his family came. I mean, I think his family still lives in Long Island because they when they left.
Oh, that's right.
They left Germany. They changed their names, right? And they lived in Long Island.
I think, yeah. It's weird.
I know. Weird. We could know them and not know.
Oh, Jesus.
But you never know. At this point, they probably don't even know.
Yeah,
right?
They buried it so far down.
It's a family secret. All right. Super Mario Odyssey sold 2 million copies in 3 days. It is the fastest selling Super Mario game of all time.
Wow. That's crazy.
It even sold more than Zelda in the first 3 days. This is a system seller.
It is. If anybody was on the fence about getting a Switch, you have no excuses anymore. Get a damn Switch. They're out there. You can buy them. Pick it up.
But you want to hear something interesting?
I do.
It didn't top it still was impressive in Europe. But Assassin's Creed actually outsold it slightly in Europe.
Interesting. Well, they're a Ubisoft is a French developer, you know. So there could be a little bit of, you know.
Well, it's still impressive,
love.
but it's still impressive because Assassin's Creed, you could buy a PC, Xbox One, PS4.
Right.
You have 3 platforms, and it slightly outsold Mario, which is on 1 platform, the Switch.
Yeah. So still big up to Mario. So I'm assuming Assassin's Creed and then Mario is in the number 2 spot.
Yes.
In the charts. Yeah.
Yes, slightly. I think it's like
wild.
a couple of thousand. There's nothing.
Also, like you know, PC platform. Everybody's got a PC in some way, shape, or form. So there's a good amount of people who can play it already. Xbox and PlayStation have also been out for 5 years now. So you have that large install base. Even more so impressive for Mario.
Well, they don't. I think it counts physical, not even download. So maybe people bought the Switch and downloaded it.
Oh, the digital copy, sure.
So that could be you know, you never know. So anyway, Dave.
Yeah.
Get any good pickups?
Wow, you tossed me for a loop. I thought we were going to get into what we're playing.
I like to switch it up a little bit.
Technically, we've already done that. We know what we've been playing already.
Yeah, you know. Well, you know what? I need to add a game to that list, but I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'll let you know afterwards. Let me know. You any good? Is this it for your pickups? Just these 3 games?
My pickups were the 3 games. Yeah.
Nice.
Because I mean, yeah, there's a lot of money. You drop a lot of money on it.
Well, I had a few pickups other than the major 3.
Oh! If anyone didn't know, our Instagram is blown up with Dan's picks. So I'm a little jealous, for sure.
Don't be jealous.
You want to run these down?
Nothing to be listen.
For the audience.
Or first of all, there's nothing to be jealous about. I'm a
little envious.
I made a couple of impulse purchases a few weeks ago, and I got a lot of I import purchases, and they got shipped to me. It just so happened they got shipped to me this week. So, all right. So you already know the big 3: Mario, Assassin's Creed, and Wolfenstein.
You got Wolfenstein for a PlayStation, right?
I got Wolfenstein for a PlayStation. And I got Assassin's Creed for Xbox.
Spreading around the love.
Spreading the love.
Was that intentional?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. I had a bad experience buying Assassin's Creed Black Flag on PS4. That I wouldn't buy another. I said
you got soured.
I said I would never buy another Assassin's Creed game on a PlayStation platform.
So you're gonna choose the superior platform. That's a wise decision. That's a grown man gamer decision right there.
Mike, I said I wasn't gonna do it. Just an inside joke, Mike. He started it. I'm not gonna finish it, Mike. Look, not gonna finish it.
You left your hands hanging. All right,
Mike.
I came in for the cross.
Mike, I promised.
You left yourself
I
open.
promised I wouldn't do it. He reneged on it. He reneged on it, Mike. But I'm gonna let him win this one.
Are you even after that whole build up?
I'm gonna let him. Mike, I'm gonna let him. Just for you, Mike. Just for you.
Oh, you're soft, Holyfield. You're soft.
He's getting a pass. He's getting a pass.
I'm just saying.
Mike. He's getting a pass. Side joke. Inside joke. Mike knows. Anyway, let me continue.
All right.
I got not many people. Just the guy who created Mario, the best platformer of all time, Miyamoto. I got Polk. Plock.
Polk. It's the game.
I forgot it was
the game about our 13th president, James K. Polk.
I forgot his L in it.
Plock.
I got Plock.
Yeah,
so, Miyamoto thinks it's like the 3rd best platformer of all. Well, at the time in the 90s, that was the 3rd best platformer of all time.
Which is interesting because, all right, I have certainly played this game. I have the ROM on my computer. Gameplay is pretty average. Soundtrack kicks ass.
Listen, Miyamoto, man, don't doubt him. He thinks it's the 3rd best platform of all time in the 90s.
He's entitled to his opinion.
Well, you know what? The man's opinion holds a lot of weight.
It does.
I got Alone in the Dark for Dreamcast.
Oh,
got that for a good price, actually. I got Donkey Kong Land 2 and 3. I already had the first one. So, yellow cartridges.
For Game Boy.
For Game Boy.
Yeah.
Got those.
Nice.
I picked up WrestleMania Arcade for PS1.
Nice.
2 extra characters, Yokozuna and Bam Bam Bigelow. I already had it for Super Nintendo. Had that as a kid, actually. I got Adventure Island 1 and 2 for the NES. And I got Adventure Island 3 for the Famicom. So I brought that a while ago. That just came in, getting imported from Japan. I got Super Famicom, Super Adventure Island 1 and 2.
For Super Famicom.
Super Famicom. That came in. I got Bubsy 1 and 2 for Genesis.
Well, you really emphasized the B in Bubsy.
I got Bubsy.
Yeah, they're making a remake.
They are making a remake. When I got the cartridges, I didn't know the cartridges were different than normal Genesis cartridges.
Yeah.
So when I first looked at it, I was like, wait, did I just get suckered? I had to look it up for a minute because I was like, wait, I didn't know these cartridges were different.
You ordered it on Alibaba. No wonder it was only 99 cents.
Well, no, I got it from Lukey. So I
shout outs to Lukey Games yet again.
Shout out to Lukey Games.
They always do us well.
They do. I got Vampire Rain for the 360.
Oof.
I got
also on PS2.
Probably.
It's the rail shooter, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got Brute Force.
Oh boy.
Brute Force for Xbox.
Boy. Right.
For the OG Xbox.
Squad-based first-person shooter campaign.
So.
Yeah, the game is not good.
so wait. Dave, the Dave scale. What is it?
Oh, it's trash.
It's trash. There we go.
It's definitely trash.
So I got EGM, Legend of Zelda 3 edition.
Oh, we're going into the magazines now.
Yeah, I got the mag. I'm not a big magazine collector, but if I see something for a good price, I got this for like $2. So
it's iconic. You got EGM with the Legend of Zelda on it.
Legend of Zelda 3. So
yeah,
that's back in the day when it was like they kept calling it the third. Well, it was the third version.
It was the third one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Game Boy one didn't come out yet. So.
Yeah. I got Guacamelee for PS4. Brand new.
Nice.
So I'm sure I paid a little bit more than what it was because V Blank
limited release.
It was a limited release, but V Blank did that. Put that out, not limited run. If it was limited run, it probably would have been like $90.
I know.
So I definitely didn't pay $90 for that. I got the Super Famicom Classic.
Nice.
Imported that.
Nice.
I got a guy in Japan that helps me out.
You got a guy.
I got a guy.
You now have the NES Classic, the
Famicom Classic,
Famicom Classic, the SNES Classic, and the Super Famicom Classic.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I just don't have the European version. The PAL versions for either. And lastly, I picked up Call of Duty WW2.
Oh yeah, that dropped.
That also dropped.
That actually dropped
yesterday.
As of this recording. We were recording on Saturday. It dropped yesterday. I was on the fence about it. I am like, you know what? I haven't even played Wolfenstein yet. Let's hold off on it.
So
it's gonna be a Black Friday sale or something.
I have to get it to continue my tradition of beating the campaign of all the Call of Duty games within the first 2 weeks of it coming out. Don't know if I'm going to finish this one.
Oh,
this may break my tradition. Listen, I love the last one. I love Infinite Warfare. I love the modern space shooter.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go back to Call of Duty. I don't know if I want to go back to World War 1 or 2 or those old games. I don't know if I want to find my medic to get health. It's not my jam.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and venture a guess that you don't really. Yeah, you're basically saying you don't like the World War One, World War II setting. Yeah,
I like the way they broke it up in Battlefield. Right, I like they broke it up sort of in the stories.
Right, each person had their own little.
Yeah, you're in a tank in this one, and this one you're flying, and you get a little story on this one. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really digging it. I wasn't really digging it.
All right.
The graphics are great.
Of course.
The story, story's okay. I'm just not into this type of gameplay. I want to jump in the air and just shoot everybody.
Well, you know what you need to do then. You need to go back and finish Titanfall 2. That is the same gameplay that
I was clamoring.
That's the gameplay you love.
I was clamoring for Destiny.
Titanfall.
Titanfall 2. As I was playing this, I was like, I should just pop in Titanfall 2.
The single player is strong, man. Complete it.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to beat this to keep my tradition alive. I played last night about an hour and a half. and I just wasn't really into it. But I think I'm gonna try to force myself to beat it.
I bet there's going to be some good set pieces. That's really you're gonna be like, oh wow.
Well, here's my issue. Every time I hit a checkpoint, I have like low health. And it's and then it's like you turn a corner and you get like
some guy pops you in the head.
You just get popped, and then get popped like a million times, and I don't want to like go back to the last checkpoint. It was hard enough to make it to this checkpoint.
I have a little Rotino special tip right here. All right. It's a GamePro super tip right here.
Just don't play it anymore.
No. Serious. No, that's serious. This is a really good tip. It helped me when I was playing very tough games, and difficulty kind of ramped up a little bit, and there's just too many guys on the screen or whatever. I'd take a step back and I would say to myself, get good.
You know, that advice sucks.
I saw your face. It's like you ate a rotten tomato.
I was waiting for something. I was waiting for something like some actual advice.
You gave me the Marge Simpson.
That sucked.
Come on, get good.
That advice sucked.
There you go. It works in any game, any environment. Doesn't matter what the game. Tetris, you having trouble? Get good. Right? Titanfall, get good.
Dude, I get like 2 hits and I'm dead.
Well, you know.
All right. There's a lot of bullets flying around.
They didn't have sophisticated body armor back in the day. All right.
Okay. You want to hear the first? You want to
with metal, maybe?
No, that's not true. That's not true. You know why it's not true? At least in this game, you know why it's not true?
Why?
I found the glitch.
Oh.
I found the glitch.
Well.
So I guess I'm supposed to go. It was like you got to clear all these bunkers, right? That's one of the missions. You got to kill like 1 of 5 bunkers. So I'm on a 4th bunker, right? I did beat it eventually. So the guy has like a machine gun on the other side.
Right.
So I have to go through the door first, but I don't have like you gotta throw like gas to
smoke him out.
Smoke him out.
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't come out. Just keep shooting, and I can't see where he is, so I can't really shoot. Not to mention I'm out of bullets. Right. So I got a pea shooter. So one of my guys is stuck in the door, is shot a million times, and he's running back.
Right.
He runs to the door, runs back, runs to the door, and you just see blood flying from him because the guy just keeps shooting. So, you know, I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
You had personal body armor. There you go.
Yeah, it is personal body armor.
Oh, that's funny.
So, I'm just like lukewarm on the game. I just want to go back to Mario. I wish the story didn't end.
Yeah, but you can go back and do all the extra stuff, you know.
I know. Well, yeah.
And there's also there's some extra stuff if you get all the stars and whatnot, or the moons.
The moons,
I should say.
You can actually buy moons. Did you know that? You can buy 1 moon per. You can buy 1 moon per level. Per level.
Yeah, area.
Until you get like all 836 or 46. It was something like around that, and then you could buy the rest to get to $9.99. So, but that takes us to your game of grief of the week.
Well, all right, we can get into it. You
had a slight grief with a bunch of games.
Okay, well, thank you for queuing me up because I almost forgot about this. So I noticed this, and we kind of talked about this offline about the amiibos in Super Mario Odyssey, because you notice like games like we talked about Shadow of War, right? We were going back and forth on the loot boxes. Do they affect the game and whatever? And you seem to fall into the camp of like, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't play multiplayer. It's fine. I have the option of buying them or not buying them, right? I can go ahead and grind it out, right? It's kind of the same thing in Assassin's Creed. There's loot boxes in there. People don't really like that either. They're a little bit up in arms. It's not new. They've been doing it since Unity. So the Unity Syndicate and now Origins have it. But I noticed that like Odyssey has it too, right?
Slightly different.
Well,
not the same thing.
Think about it, right? So like, or like microtransactions, right? In the form, the amiibos are a microtransaction, right? Now, granted, you get more out of it because it is a hard figurine. It is something you can put like on your shelf and display as a thing, which is initially why I bought them. So like, I was kind of okay about that. But basically, they're like putting content behind these amiibos, and they're like, oh, you want to get this thing, you have to pay $12.99 or whatever it is for it, right? And then it opens it up, and you go to this guy, Uncle Amiibo, and they make it all super like cute and whatever, and he's like, yeah, you can put an Amiibo on me, and then I will unlock stuff for you in the game. It's not as bad, but I mean it's kind of the same thing. I disagree.
Right. I 1,000% disagree.
Well, I'm not saying it's
because it's not. Well, first of all, when you put the Amiibo in, you get whatever Amiibo, like you get the skin of that Amiibo. You get the
unlock, yeah.
Which you can buy with in-game currency yourself.
Can you buy the wedding outfits?
Yes.
Oh.
I would assume you can. I assume you can. Oh,
You don't know.
I don't want to. I'm trying not to spoil it for you.
All right. Well, all right. Fine. Okay.
And it's hard to tell you yes or no without spoiling it for you.
Fine.
So.
And that's a different story. Sure.
And then take it back. There's nothing that the Amiibo give you other than like
the hints.
Well, the hints you can buy too.
You can buy the hints.
You can buy the hints too. So it's not like with in-game currency.
Right.
So you grind, you get the points, which aren't hard to grind.
No.
You can buy it from Toad, from Captain Toad, which is standing
points,
right next to Uncle Amiibo.
Yes.
Okay. So you can buy it with in-game currency. You don't need the Amiibo. And then one of the Amiibos, you get sort of like a star. So you get invincibility.
Right.
Which, listen, people complain when I was in Super Mario 3D Land, 3D World.
Right, you kept dying.
Where you kept dying, you get a star. So people complain.
Yeah.
And here's my final argument against what you're saying. I don't know if it was you, but people complained about Amiibos not really doing anything for you in a game. So you can't have it both ways. They're giving you something for the Amiibo to make it useful in game, not just sort of a toy statue.
I'm not angry or down about it. I was just kind of making an observation on the fact. Like, they kind of do have microtransactions, right?
It kind of does, but if you want to be mad at Assassin's Creed, if you want to be mad, I mean, I don't think Wolfenstein has any. I don't think Wolfenstein has it at all.
Wolfenstein doesn't even have any multiplayer.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Wolfenstein
what would they
count.
microtransact?
But if you want to get mad at
Shadow of War,
you would get mad at Assassin's Creed. If you want to get mad at Call of Duty, Call of Duty has microtransactions. Then I am all for you being mad at them. But I think Mario is a different beast.
You're right, 100%. Yeah.
So, because you can beat the game without tapping an Amiibo. You can get the
easily.
Dr. Mario outfit. You can buy all the outfits if you grind and get the coins and special coins in each world too.
Right.
So, but I feel you with the grief just on microtransactions in general. But they're optional. It's when they do devious things like, give you the new shotgun and put you with players who don't have the shotgun to entice them to buy.
Oh, allegedly.
That's which isn't in any games that right now, so they say.
Right.
Then that, I think, is some shady business.
Agreed.
So, all right, let's take a break. We're going to come back, get into the news, and in our Convo of the Week, me and Dave will give both our top 5 Super Mario games of all time. And I think
top 5 Mario games.
Top Mario games.
Yeah.
Each. And I think Dave is just going to go off the rails on this one. He's going to say something that's going to be just completely crazy.
What are you talking about? Yeah, Donkey Kong Land. Best Mario game of all time.
We're going to have some rules, and we'll go over the rules before we start.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's take a break. Okay, we're back. Let's get into the news. So, besides Stranger Things and the amazing October 27th, Mario Odyssey, Sony just couldn't let they couldn't let that go, because we got next week. We officially have the Xbox One X coming.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. We pre-ordered ours. I got the Scorpio edition.
We both got the Scorpio editions. So, Sony just they needed to be in the spotlight a little bit. So they had a little thing at Paris Games Week. So they said it was supposed to be the second half of E3. I don't know if it lived up to that billing. It was super hyped.
I here's all the games that here's all the games they were holding out with.
No, I mean, listen, they did announce a bunch of new games. I don't know if it was the second half of E3.
There was definitely some good stuff.
It was some E3-ish things that could have been in there, but I don't know if it lived up to the billing of the second.
I'm trying
half.
to hype it up. You're trying to play it down.
Well, you know what? I was slightly hoping for the Vita 2.
I told you were wrong. No Vita 2.
Maybe.
No.
You know, I'm gonna keep saying it until they do it.
They're getting out of the handheld business, and you will owe me a Shake Shack burger.
I don't think we officially made that bet. I don't think we officially made that bet.
We did.
I don't think we officially made that bet. No,
I said by we can go back to the tapes because we have it on record. We said E3
2020.
No, 2019. 2 years. 2 E3s.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I made that bet. Maybe I was
You did,
inebriated.
but that's okay.
So
that's okay. See, you're trying to weasel out.
Listen, I don't know.
Because you were unsure. And you never make bets when you are unsure. And I gave you a generous amount of time.
We'll go back. We'll go back and listen to the tape.
Okay.
I don't think I said yes.
All right.
I think we hashed that out.
All right. But anyway,
we got some exciting announcements. I thought they were exciting.
Yeah.
Guacamelee 2.
Guacamelee, that trailer. Please, everybody right now, pause the podcast. Watch the Guacamelee 2 trailer. It's fantastic.
Well, don't pause it. You're driving because Mike always listens to us when you're driving.
Don't
pause. Keep driving. I want you to get to work safe. Coming soon. I loved Guacamelee 1. I made it literally more than halfway through and got stuck in an area. It just never finished. Never finished it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Please go back and beat that game.
And that was that was a while ago.
So good. So
we got that. We got Loco Roco 2.
Right. The remaster in now in 4K.
Yeah, coming out December 9th. So that's actually coming out this year.
You know, that's cool. Sure.
We finally got to see what Sucker Punch was working on.
Right.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Now that game looks awesome.
Yeah, it does.
You're like a samurai. Think of like a open world samurai game. Right. I want to know more about it. Hopefully, we'll know more at PSX.
Yeah.
Give the story elements to it. But I mean, I love it when the developers are doing something new. This is a new IP. Like Horizon Zero Dawn was a new IP.
100%. Like not even based off anything. It's just like they're just making it out of whole cloth.
I know. This is awesome.
Yeah, and it looks beautiful. Like, yeah, this is definitely pushing the PS4 to its limits.
So, I mean, that was like their big reveal. Like this
it's huge. They kicked off the show with it, I think.
Yeah, this should have been at E3 in my view. So this is the E3 part. Guacamelee 2 and Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
I thought I'm just gonna put a funny part in. We were watching the pre-show, and this guy was so excited for Tennis World Tour.
Yeah, there was 4 guys on the panel, and just super hype.
Well, 2 of them are from the two of the people in the middle. I forgot their names off the top of my head, but they were from PlayStation Access.
Right.
They have a YouTube channel. They call it PlayStation Access. I don't think they're officially work for PlayStation, but because they're a PlayStation-centric YouTube channel, they're getting certain perks, right? Sony's giving them certain perks. So, but they were really excited for a tennis game.
One guy really said Tennis World Tour. I'm like, calm down.
But hey, look, maybe
it's not soccer.
Well, they are European. So maybe the Europeans love their tennis. I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe maybe he's really excited for a tennis game.
Look. All right.
Maybe he was genuine in his excitement. I will give him the benefit of the
doubt. Super Tennis for the Super Nintendo, legit quality game. It holds up. So I'll take it.
Listen, he was excited. I'm happy for him. I was excited when I saw Guacamelee 2. Right?
Yeah.
Spelunky 2. Okay, that's coming out. That's awesome.
Yeah. What do indie love?
Did you play a lot of Spelunky 1?
I have it for Xbox One. Downloaded it for free. It's a good game. It's kind of a randomized dungeon, kind of a roguelike. You go until you die, and you start all the way over again from the beginning.
All the way over. I got it free for PS
it's
Plus.
Tough, man. It's
a tough game.
It is. But it's fun, yeah.
I think my sleeper hit of the show is Concrete Genie. That one, just the art style and the kid being bullied, and he has like a genie and a paintbrush, right? So,
well, I mean, the whole conceit of the game is that you paint the things you interact with on the walls, the concrete part. and you build those creatures or monsters, and then they go off and do the fighting for you. I think is that kind of how that goes?
That's what it looks like. It appears. We haven't heard a lot about the game. It just got announced. Hopefully, the next experience maybe next E3 we'll find some more of it.
May see some more info in December. It's I mean it looks beautiful. Lots of neon in the game, which contrasts with the bleak city landscape, right? All the browns and greens and grays. Yeah,
and the color. Yeah, I mean it's meant to be that way, dark and gritty city with the brightness that pops from when you're painting the town, painting the monsters on the wall. That one was pretty cool. They had some VR action, of course. They did. Was it Bout of Blood? It's sort of like a high tech airship combat simulator-ish thing. What's that Xbox game? That's like a multiplayer game, the Pirates game, multiplayer Pirates game.
It's something ships maybe. Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves.
We were trying to think about that earlier.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves. It's like Sea of Thieves in the air. That's what it looks like in VR mode.
Sure. Yeah, it was kind of nice. It's strong showing, strong VR showing.
It was a strong VR showing. I mean, we talked about it 2 weeks ago. They had 70 games announced for PSVR. And they're really pushing this play link thing. This is a new thing. They pushed this game called Erica. Now, this was as I'm watching the demo, I'm like, is this what all this live action games from the 90s wanted to be?
Yeah. Right? All those full motion video games, choose your own adventure type stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I was playing Power Rangers on my Sega CD, it was really just an episode of the show.
Right. Hit up to watch a cutscene. Oh, all right.
So is this what they wanted to be back then? It couldn't because the technology just wasn't there.
Right.
So you're Erica, and you're in a sort of dire situation, and you control what happens to her, right?
Right.
And it was a little weird wiping the tear off her face. Seeing that little magical thumb wipe the tear off her face. That was a little weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also fair to note too that the PlayLink stuff is all done via your phone, right? So you don't need to have a controller. I don't even think you can play with a controller.
No, it's all
everybody's got a phone. So, I mean, the barrier for entry isn't super low because you still need a $300 PS4 to play or an Xbox One in some cases. But you can get up to 8 people usually with these games.
Yeah, but PlayLink is where it's more community based. So one person has a controller is controlling something, and other people interact with their phone.
Right.
So, I don't know. Maybe we should try a party game. A very sad party game because this game. I mean, the game itself, Erica, the game looks pretty bleak and dark and sad.
Yeah.
But
I'll give it a spin.
We'll give the other games that are a little bit light. We'll give those other games a spin.
Sure.
All right. Sure. Resident Evil 7, Not a Hero DLC, and the Gold Edition announced also.
Not a Hero DLC. The free DLC that was mentioned in the when you beat the game or whatever, Not a Hero DLC coming out and whatnot. So you can get that for free
if you own the game.
If you own the game, yes. It's not a standalone free, but so it comes out soon.
I think at either end of the year, in December or early next year, in January, something like that.
And it's all action, or it's more action than the original.
It's
game.
more like Resident Evil 6 in VR.
Right. Yeah. So
right, Chris Redmond. You play as Chris Redmond.
Redfield, but yeah.
Chris Redfield.
Yeah.
Redfield. He's red. Yeah, close enough.
TT Games. Yeah.
TT Games. Close Redfield. You know what? I'm changing his name. I like his name is Redfield from now on.
Redmond.
His name is Redmond.
His name is Redfield.
All right. So his name is Redmond. His name is Redmond then.
All right. So he's Chris Redmond Washington.
There we go.
He's all roided up.
CRW.
Yeah.
Actually, now I'm gonna go back and play this in VR. Because
nice.
I don't like spooky games, and I wasn't gonna play this in VR.
Yeah, and this is kind of run and gun. Pick up weapons and ammo. It doesn't have the pacing or the creepiness that the original game does. All
right, so we saw this blew my mind, and this I think I have one Monster Hunter game for 3DS. I tried to really get into it. Not a big Monster Hunter fan. I know it's huge in Japan. So I know they announced Monster Hunter Worlds at E3. But the mind-blowing thing is you could play as Aloy.
In Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, from Horizon Zero Dawn in Monster Hunter Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
That's
the thing that'll
awesome.
get you in.
That's the thing that will get me in. I could
Okay.
play as Aloy. I'm still gonna beat that game.
Yeah.
Frozen Wilds is coming out. The
That's
DLC
right.
is coming out.
That's
I think
right.
it's out
DLC
already.
announced.
Yeah, so I gotta play that. I'm just gonna get the complete edition.
Right.
That's coming out, and I'll have all the DLC. I think I'll do that.
Nice.
Destiny, Curse of Osiris.
Right. Destiny 2.
Destiny
DLC.
2 DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the first real big DLC drop for the game.
Right.
People kind of strayed off of it a little bit. All right.
Yeah, I mean, there's some major banhammer going on, and people don't know why.
On the PC version.
On the PC version,
Yeah.
right.
But that still doesn't matter because it's the best-selling game of 2017.
So far, yeah.
So far.
Yeah,
right?
people love it.
So hopefully this will get people come back to playing it.
Yeah.
I still haven't beaten the story. I haven't still beaten sort of like their story mode yet.
Right.
You still have to buy the game.
I am, I'm probably not going to play it. I own the first one. I haven't played it.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
It's a big investment. No.
It is a big investment, but we did say we play the Division more, right? And we got to get a team together and play Destiny.
Maybe.
Well, Destiny 2.
Maybe.
All right, I will work on Dave in the next up and coming weeks to get him to play Destiny 2.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll see. I'm
during a snowstorm. Come on.
It's gonna take more than a day to get through that game. I'm very impressed that the DLC is already it's right around the corner, and the game just came out in what, August, September?
September.
Yeah.
You should know. You should know this. You lost a Shake Shack bet to me.
That
burger.
Technically, I lost.
That burger tasted
I lost.
really good.
I'm glad you liked it.
Thank you.
Glad you liked it.
All right, so we got some more Spider-Man news. We got Spider-Man trailer, right? More of like a story trailer.
Yeah.
Mary Jane's in it,
Yeah.
right? And she's a playable character in the game.
Right. Spoilers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that has to break up the gameplay a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you could play as Mary Jane.
Right. I wonder she doesn't have any superpowers though. I wonder what those game segments are going to be.
Well, I'm sure you're Spider-Man in an open world, right? And when you get to the linear part where you get to the actual story missions, maybe you get captured or you're hurt and you're stuck, and Mary Jane needs to get involved to help you out, right?
You need to come sneak around and get you out of Kingpin's jail.
Yeah, or something like. Well, Kingpin is in jail.
Right.
He's already in jail,
as we saw in the trailer.
We saw in the trailer. We did see Miles Morales.
We did. We
don't know if he's playable. We don't know if you can play as Miles as Spider-Man, right? Yet, but maybe that's the big surprise.
Maybe.
Who knows?
What'd you think of the Peter Parker model?
A little bit left to be desired, but I liked everybody else.
Thank you.
I
were in the same boat.
I liked everybody else. Everybody else looked awesome.
They did. Yeah.
It looked so real. Except for Peter.
Right. I guess I was just like I wanted who was it? Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I wanted Tom Holland's face.
Oh my god.
Well, he's like the Spider-Man for me now. Used to be Tobey Maguire.
I know, but this Spider-Man, he's been Spider-Man fighting crime for 6 years already. So he has all. Oh, so you're gonna start the game with all your powers,
right?
Because he's already been Spider-Man, right? So you don't have to upgrade or anything. Maybe in Spider-Man 2 will be a prequel, right? So like Batman Origins,
right?
But you play as Spider-Man, you get all your powers. But I'm sure the supervillains that you fight will be, massively more powerful than you.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Well, they have to be.
Yeah.
Right. So, it was another game, Onrush. That's coming out summer 2018. What kind of game is that again? That was like
it looks like a futuristic racer.
Yeah, futuristic racer. Everyone was like clapping for that. I was like, I don't even know what this is.
I mean, it looked pretty. We'll see. We'll see the reviews when they come out. It could be decent.
We got a Detroit Become Human new trailer.
Oh my god!
This one was semi controversial because it tackled sort of like the domestic violence.
Yeah.
Thing that's going on.
Yeah, it was legit a domestic violence house call.
Yeah,
and they played it out.
They didn't shy away from it. They went straight into it, and that one like really grabbed me.
Yeah. So we'll see. I am still suspect that the gameplay will hold up to the intensity of these trailers that have been coming out. But I don't know. I'm still probably going to get it, but I'm a little suspect.
But what they showed another trailer. They ended the show with the trailer that actually I didn't think was controversial. I thought the Detroit Become Human trailer would be a little bit more controversial.
Yeah, definitely intense.
But the Last of Us Part 2 trailer was controversial. A lot of violence. Everyone was up in arms over it.
There was.
I don't see why. I mean, okay, look, I know The Last of Us.
Well, was the because I never played the first one. Was that very violent or?
The game was violent, but The Last of Us is known for its story arc. And how just the relationship between the main characters. So that's everyone. It really pulled on your heartstrings, but the game is violent in itself. So I don't understand why people go crazy.
I mean, it's not out of left field.
No, it's not out of left field.
Okay.
No, I mean you're in a zombie-filled world with people. Well, not even just regular zombies. These are crazy zombies. Right?
They're fast zombies.
These are fast. These are fast zombies. All right. So, what was that movie when the zombies became a rage again back in like the mid 2000s when they stuck in the mall?
Later?
Nah. Well, 28 days later.
You mean the remake
Dawn of the Dead?
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, when zombies were like tracking. You got bit and you became a track star. So yeah, that's what these zombies are. But the game is very violent. People need to relax. It's just our first real trailer, I think. I mean, we had a teaser trailer,
very very short teaser trailer
last year, right? Last December. I think we're gonna get like a more. We're gonna get a trailer that tells you why you should be invested in these characters with the story arc. Probably experience, because that's where you want to show that type of trailer.
Right. So you think this game is coming out like
no, this is 2019. No, this is a 2019 game.
2019.
This is a 2019 game.
Really?
For sure.
Wow.
This is definitely not coming out next year.
Okay.
This is a holiday 2019, early 20.
Holiday 2019.
Holiday 2019 game.
You want to make a bet on that?
No, because they can push it to 2020. They can push it to early 2020.
Well, they could.
This game.
Wow, all right.
This game.
I didn't think it was going to be. I thought it was in production. Like
it is. Games take like 3 years to make. 3 to 4 years.
Not that long to make.
Yeah, 3 years.
Come on.
3 to 4 years to make.
Now.
Yeah. No.
All right. We'll see.
Yeah. Games take a long time to be made.
I'm aware.
Look at Final Fantasy.
Well, that's a different story.
Look at Final Fantasy.
That game has to be perfect, otherwise it's going to get a 0. Right.
Look at The Last Guardian. Guardian.
Well, that's a different story.
Listen, development takes about 3 years.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, okay, so like you figure they were in production for at least half a year, possibly 2 a year.
Remember, they were making Nathan Drake's last mission. Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know they split the team, but now they're all focused on this, unless they got another side project they haven't said anything about.
Right.
Which I'm sure they do. I mean, you have to think about the future, but this is definitely.
So your bet is 2019, probably 2020.
This is late 2019, early 2020.
Wow. Okay.
This would be like one of the last games that come out, just like The Last of Us was sort of the last games
on the PS3.
That came out on PS3. This would be sort of the last game, the last hurrah for the PS4 before the PS5 comes out.
Wow. All right.
So, because the PS5 is going to get announced, guaranteed. Not the E3 2019.
Okay. Not a 2018. Right.
No. They still want to ride this high. They still want to ride the high.
Sure.
All right. So that was the Paris Games Week. Definitely, in my view, didn't live up to the build. But still very good.
They were
still very good.
Yeah, you were like, they're gonna announce something big. The games they showed were solid for sure, but it wasn't like, oh my god.
Listen, we got a new IP.
Yeah.
We got 2 new IPs. Well, that I was really big about, really excited about. And we got a couple of announcements. Like, I mean, Guacamelee 2 came out of nowhere.
Guacamelee 2 did come out of nowhere.
I hope it has a physical release.
I think so.
Retail.
Considering how well the first one did and the fact that they're doing a sequel, I think they're gonna make it
Retail,
physical.
not
right.
retail.
Yeah. You don't want like a limited run to put out Guacamelee. You want
I want
full production run.
I don't want to have
2 million
to.
copies.
I don't want to have to wait. You know, with my hand hovering over buy at 9 o'clock on a Friday.
Yeah.
I want to just buy it on Amazon, get my 20% off, and have it sent to me.
Go ahead and pre-order it, get it out of the way.
So,
I'm with you.
All right. Well, you talk about things that, games that are in cart and I lose. All right. So, Xbox announced that you can play OG Xbox games. Okay, backwards compatibility. They've expanded it to OG Xbox games. Not everything. They're starting with 13 games. Mm-hmm. I have pretty much every game on this list, with the exception of, I didn't have Fusion Frenzy, but I bought that.
Yeah.
But as soon as I saw the list, I went out and I had the King of Fighters Neo Wave. I put that in my cart and Luki Games. And I said, you know what? I'll wait till tomorrow. I'll add some more games. I didn't have enough for free shipping. The game sold out.
Yeah.
Go on eBay, $50.
Right.
What the hell is that?
So okay, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to capitalize. So all these games are now or will be backwards compatible on Xbox One. These 15 OG 13.
Well, no, they're available now.
Okay, available now. If you have these OG Xbox games, you can throw them in your Xbox One.
Or you can buy it for $5 or $10,
or you could go ahead and download it
on eShop. Yeah.
Right. There's some good games here. Probably some of the best in the system.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Right.
And Ninja Gaiden Black. And Crimson Skies.
Yeah. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, solid. Red Faction 2 is good. I mean, King of Fighters Neo Wave, good, solid.
Never played it.
Never
played it.
Yeah, it's solid. I mean, best game on the list, hands down, Psychonauts. I mean, come on now.
That's your game, man.
Dude, Psychonauts is out. That was my Halloween costume 2014, 15? 2015.
That was your Halloween costume 2014, 15?
2014.
And that was also your costume for Boston.
I wear the hat I wear the hat every now and again.
You get an awesome picture with the developers.
I did.
Right? They loved your hat, and
they were all about it.
They loved your costume.
If you dig back into the Instagram, you can see our PAX 2015. Yeah, it's the first PAX
2015.
No, it was 2016. Because this year was your second.
Yes, so it was 2016.
Yeah, it was 2016.
Yeah, they loved it. They took a picture. They were excited. They saw you and they got super excited.
Yeah,
they didn't think anybody still remembers Psychonauts.
The game was great, man, and they're making a sequel, so awesome.
They are making a sequel.
I'm very excited. But to like bring up these games, you're trying to get in there early, right? You're trying to, because everyone's like, oh my god, these games are coming back into vogue now. I want to get the original version of them. You can play them again.
When they did those the original backwards compatibility for 360 games, those games started flying off the shelves.
They did.
All right.
I wonder how those prices are now, because I bet these are going to go back down in price. So I think you'll be able to find King of Fighters Neo Wave back at a reasonable price soonish, a couple months after this.
I hope so, but I pretty much had every other game on the system.
Right. So. I got a handful of these too. Yeah, I got a handful of these too. I don't actually think I own Psychonauts, the OG version, so I gotta get on that.
Do you have a PS2?
No, I have it for the PC as a digital download.
Gotcha. So. Okay. Let's stick with Microsoft. Mm-hmm. So when we talked about the update, right? I predicted that the Kinect was dead because now you can use an external camera,
right?
Webcam,
right?
So now they've officially stopped production on the Kinect.
This is sad. This is the end
Xbox
of all those...
off.
Well, can't do that anymore.
You still can't do that, even if you did. It's hey Cortana.
Right. Well, I think you can set up what the trigger is. You can make your own trigger, I think.
Hey Cortana.
Turn off. Yeah, I mean, the 1S, they gave you a voucher for a dongle.
Which I got, and I got my dongle.
Because there's no official connector in the back, right? Which was the start of, we're moving away from this. And now the 1X doesn't even have it, nor do they have a voucher for the dongle. So it's just
Yeah, it was dying.
It's sad because they tried to push it real hard, can't get a system without the Kinect, and everyone revolted. And they're like, you know what? Nah, don't really need it. I mean, I don't use my Kinect anymore, but I do like the fact that you can play the dance games on there. What happens now? Are the dance games done? Are they not going to do any more dance games?
The dance games are done.
See, that's upsetting. That's upsetting.
The dance games are done.
Well, Just Dance 2019.
As a side note, I forgot. I did have one more pickup.
Oh.
I have Just Dance 2018 for the Wii.
Oh, there you go.
I think that's now the last game ever made for the Wii.
That was a surprise. I was like, still making Wii games?
So what's that guy? That's that guy that's in Washington. He has like a complete Wii collection.
Oh, Casey the Game Nerd.
Hopefully, this didn't fly under the radar for him, and
right?
he bought it because now he does not have a full Wii collection.
Right. At the time of that recording, he had a full
Wii collection, but they're still making games for the Wii.
Yeah.
So, but they made it for the Wii U too. I gotta go buy that. Yeah. That may be the last Wii U game ever made.
Yeah, that'd be sad.
Until 2019 comes out, and then that's the last Wii U game. All right, and then 2020, and then they still making Wii U games.
Maybe
it must be easy to port. That's why, like a super easy game to port.
Yeah, it uses the same processor as the Wii U, more or less, the same architecture as the Wii U, and I want to say the Switch is somewhat similar to those two, slightly different. But yeah, I mean, I think you're right. The reason they did it because it's easy to port.
I mean,
and everybody has a Wii.
Yeah, but I mean, I would
love the install base is huge.
The install base is huge. I would love to see how many people actually still.
I'm sure
Wiis.
A lot of parents bought it for their kids.
I want to see the data. I want to see the data where people are still using the Wii.
Well,
the Wii U I can understand.
Right.
The Switch just came out.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So I can understand the Wii, but the Wii's been dead since 2011, 12.
Well,
12 because that's when the Wii U came out.
I mean, they stopped production on it, sure, and they stopped Nintendo's not making games for it for sure, but. You know, I don't know. Like somebody's got to be buying.
Wouldn't that be
it.
funny? Mario Odyssey Wii.
Somebody's got to be buying. Oh God, no, no. I don't want those 480p GameCube graphics. I'm good. I'm good.
So, all right, talking about games that are not going to be made anymore. So, Housemarque. I love Housemarque. All right, they had Resogun, which was. Like at the time when the PS4 came out, that was like the best game for the PS4. Right? And we got it for free.
Shooter. Yeah.
And we got it for free. That game was addictive, man. That game was addictive. Next Machina, that came out earlier this year. Mm-hmm. People raved about that. And there's another game, Matterfall. Mm-hmm. I like that game. I was waiting for the physical release, which now I can actually get.
Yeah.
They said pretty much arcade games are dead.
Like I mean,
those shoot 'em up games, they're saying they're dead because, and they're being candid about it. They're saying, look, sales just isn't what it used to be. These type of games are dying. They're not big sellers.
It's a niche market, right?
It is a niche market.
And these are all like indie titles, right? They're not full-fledged AAA big budget titles, right?
They are, but you got to think, Housemarque started sort of as a small indie team, and they grew. I mean, they put out Matterfall and Ex Machina both this year. Mm-hmm. So you got to think they're not just a small indie team anymore, right? They've grown in size.
Well, sure, they have more team members and whatnot. But the budget, the budget has to reflect the overall sales, right? So, like, if you're like, all right, look, we're going to make a game for $1 million, right? So we need to sell, like, X amount of copies, either digitally or physically, right? They should know the audience, They should know it's a niche market. They should. I don't know. Like, I don't think it's dead. I think it's just you have small pockets of dedicated fans who like, are your guaranteed.
So thus is dying. So thus it's dying. If you have a small pocket where before we had a large pocket. I mean, back, the end of like last generation, like those games were all the rage, right? Because they came back in style.
Yeah, but
everyone was playing those type of games. Everybody wanted those.
I mean, I don't think they weren't making like Call of Duty numbers.
No, we were never making those type of numbers.
Right.
But I think I think this is a thing of they were sort of a fad, right? Because they were back in style.
Yeah.
And now they're dwindling a little bit, and then this studio has grown exponentially.
Yeah, it's
not meeting cost that
sure.
The cost to make the game.
Sure,
they have to make. They're gonna have to. They've grown. They've outgrown their small indie title type, label, right? So now they got to make a game that's going to make them some money to stay in business.
Yeah, well, certainly, profits are the bottom line.
I think
you got to be profitable to stay in business.
I think it's past them. I think there'll be another little small indie studio.
Oh, sure.
That'll make a great game with a new mechanic.
Someone's going to step up.
And then that genre will be back in style again.
Yeah,
right?
100%, yeah.
So, just like platformers, right? They died out.
Right.
And now they're back.
Yeah.
So
Mario brought the 3D platformer back.
This guy.
Back from the brink.
You know what needs to be brought back from the brink?
Oh, do tell.
Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
I like the first game.
I love the first game.
You love the first game.
Yeah, you got me into it. You're like, I remember you were playing it.
And I told you got to buy this game, and it was cheap too. It was like $10 at the time. It's probably even cheaper now.
I got it for $20. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a little bit after the launch when it came out. It's a solid game.
Yeah, but it suffered because it launched it came out at the time when, Xbox One first came out, and it was, an exclusive. However, it didn't sell well.
Right. Sadly.
It didn't sell well. And, if it was on a PS4, I think it would have sold a little bit better because of the install base, right? So now pretty much, they're pretty much begging to make another Sunset Overdrive 2. They just need a publisher.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to play it on my Xbox One X. Or PS4, or as we were talking before the show, Nintendo.
So
put it on the Switch.
All right, so
put it on the Switch.
I don't think Sony is going to publish this game. I mean, if you look at all the games that they're working on, deep story-based driven games, right? The story on Sunset Overdrive.
Right. Right. It's
not
not
so
Uncharted.
good.
It's not The Last of Us.
Not Uncharted. It's not The Last of Us. It's not Detroit Become Human.
No.
Tackling the issues of today.
No, you're not gonna go bust up a domestic violence dispute between two different
zombies.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
You're not gonna have choices in the game.
No. You just run around and shoot shit with with crazy ass guns.
So I think Nintendo would be perfect for this.
Yeah.
Right. This game would be awesome because it's like fun, goofy, shooting zombies. I think this would be fun, like to take it on the Switch on the go.
Yeah, it has a little bit. I mean, it's not this game, but it has a little bit of a Splatoon vibe.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Everything's very colorful and bubbly, and 3D world.
Because you can slide on the rails, right?
Yes.
It's just not like a standalone shooter. You can slide on the rails and you can do swing from the rooftops and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they had multiplayer. They had multiplayer.
Could this be a Bayonetta scenario, right? Where Bayonetta
exclusive on Nintendo.
Well, Bayonetta 1 was exclusive on the 360.
360 and PC.
And PC, and then
no, it was also on PS3.
I don't think it was on PS3.
It was on PS3.
It was.
Yeah,
gotta look that up.
PS3 version not good.
Gotta look that up. I don't think it was. I mean, it could have been on PS3. Maybe it came later. It came later, maybe the PS3.
Maybe it was not good.
Yeah, it probably came later to PS3.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo scoops it up, and it's exclusive for the Wii U, and then they, put out the first game on the Wii U as well. Maybe they could do that on the Switch.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Sunset Overdrive 2 with a second cart, or maybe a download of Sunset Overdrive 1.
I'd buy it.
I would buy it too.
I'd buy it
on the Switch. So they're begging. Let's go.
I know.
You know who's not going to publish the game?
Who's not going to publish the game?
Don't you love my segues?
I do.
I'm on a roll, man.
You get gold star. You're getting gold moons across the board.
I'm getting gold moons, man. EA.
Oh, boy.
EA. Well, you know what? Maybe EA should publish this game.
No.
There's no story, and they can put loot boxes in it.
Oh my god, no.
You get loot boxes to be energy drinks that they give you superpowers.
That's why the game failed, because there was no microtransactions in it. That's the only way to make money nowadays.
They give you you know what? This is how they can make money. They put loot boxes in it. Red Bull can sponsor it.
Oh my god!
Right, or Monster can sponsor it.
Yeah, Monster would be the better company.
And then you drink this loot boxes and turn into you get more XP.
Oh my god!
Or you get a better gun to shoot zombies with.
You were.
I'm trying to help out. Once Sunset Overdrive 2.
You were detailing a very possible scenario if this game ever comes out.
So they closed Visceral Studios. We talked about this 2 weeks ago.
We did.
And the insinuation is they closed it because it's pretty much they wanted to make it more open, right, and less story based, so they could put more loot boxes in it.
Yeah. Essentially, they wanted to make it more profitable by changing. Like this was. It was basically. I think you said. The lady who penned the first 3 Star Wars not Star Wars games, Uncharted games, Amy Hennig, was writing the story for this. It was very story driven, but
that's what they built it as. When they hired her because they wanted it to be. You had Battlefront, right? That was your sort of co-op online multiplayer game.
Right.
Well, this game would be more of a story driven game, more of an Uncharted, Star Wars Uncharted type of game, right? Mm-hmm. So you knew what this was. This wasn't a surprise, right? Hey, surprise! It's Uncharted, no microtransactions with Star Wars skin on it, right? But no, the CEO says it wasn't because they hate story-based games. It just the game wasn't, from a creative direction, just wasn't what they wanted.
Right, which is basically saying we didn't want a story-driven game. In more or less words.
More or less words. Yes.
Yeah, more or less words. I mean, it's a shame. It could have been great. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what comes out of this, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if
this has been bad PR.
Yeah, very, very bad PR. Everyone across the net is like sour taste.
And I mean, just no matter what he says, this has been sort of bad PR.
Yeah.
Right.
And okay. I pretty much know what I'm gonna do.
What are you gonna do? You're not.
I want to know what you're. Are you gonna not get this game out of protest?
No.
Okay. Same. See, there you go. So
we're gonna feed in. We're gonna continue to feed into.
Yeah. Well, we're no better than anybody else.
We're no better. No. Well, let's continue. Let's continue with the bad PR for EA.
Oh boy.
They also said they're not committing to making more games for the Switch until they see a full year of the Switch on the market.
Sure. I mean, EA is like...
This makes no sense.
Is EA like the biggest publisher out there?
Top 3,
okay,
at least.
Top 3. They have the money. Dip your toes in the water. Don't just put FIFA out.
Well, listen. Your test case can't be FIFA, which is like sort of a niche market, right? That's.
I mean, it's
it's
the biggest sport worldwide,
and it's not even the best version. It's not even the best version. It doesn't even have that story mode. It's just
trimmed
missing
down a little bit. Yeah.
It doesn't even have multiplayer. Well, the multiplaer part, in part, large part, because Nintendo doesn't have an online, and that is my point. Mm-hmm. That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting to see the online infrastructure from Nintendo.
Yeah,
I think that's why he shouldn't have. Well, first of all, this was from an earnings call, so you know how much I hate earnings calls leaks, right? Because this is an internal thing,
right?
God knows what Sony and Microsoft are saying internally, right? About things that we would say, oh my God, what are you talking about? Right? So this shouldn't have been public. They're waiting, in my view, to see what the multiplayer aspect is with Nintendo.
But put out the indie games.
But remember, Nintendo...
Put out the indie games.
Well, I get on that. But Nintendo said, this is something that's coming out next year.
Right.
So I think that's what they're waiting on. They're waiting to see how well does it work, and how can we make more,
the online
infrastructure? Yeah, so I think that's what they're waiting for.
I don't think
but you are right. They should just put out the indie games.
Those are the games that sell real well, right? And you see that time and time again. If it's not a first-party title from Nintendo, it's these like great indie games on the go. Shovel Knight is fantastic. I played it for the first time on the Switch because I was like, yes, games on the go. I haven't played this game yet. I will get it for the Switch. I am purposely buying games on the Switch because I can play them on the go. It's alluring,
It's been the last nail in the coffin for the Vita.
I know.
Even though the Vita, if we look at sales, the Vita is actually still selling like 7,000 to 10,000 units a month in Japan.
People love their Sony. That's
well, I think people like handhelds.
They do.
Over in Japan. In Japan. Mm-hmm. So, all right, let's stick with the Switch. There you go. That caught me off guard. I didn't know if he's gonna.
Come on.
Let's keep talking about the Switch.
Great.
So, we had the big update, right? What we didn't know is you can play GameCube game. You can use the GameCube controller on the Switch.
Well, Nintendo didn't know that either. Apparently,
no one knew that.
This update comes out. Apparently, you can get the little USB to GameCube dongle.
The Wii U Smash Brothers version,
right,
had sort of like an adapter.
I have the adapter, yeah.
That you can use for GameCube controller.
Yep.
On the Wii U.
Yep.
Only for Smash Brothers.
Specifically for Smash.
Brothers.
That's how much they know the community.
Yeah. So, but now it can work on it works on the Switch. It doesn't work with all the games, not every game, but most games. So,
which means now they have to get a Smash Brothers game on the Switch. There's no excuse now.
Give it another 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years?
Yeah, 2 3 years.
I don't know. Last one came out like 2015, I think. So,
listen, when they had Smash on Wii U, and then they released Smash on 3DS.
They did, yeah. Same game, just handheld.
Yeah. So I think give it another 3 years to miss it.
3 years?
2 to 3 years to miss it.
I bet Nintendo may show it E3 2018.
I don't know. They listen. A lot of Nintendo executives have been saying that in the next 2 years you're going to see a lot of new IP and old IP resurrected. So I don't think. I honestly don't. I think.
All right.
Bold prediction. Smash is either going to miss the Switch completely.
Oh no.
Or we'll get a Smash sort of when we get a dip. When we get a dip, yeah.
Well, okay. If you're telling me that I could potentially get a Kid Icarus over Smash Brothers, boom, it's done. It's done. Kid Icarus.
Well, they said maybe resurrect some old IP. We don't know what that means.
No.
They
have a lot of games they could resurrect. There's a lot of franchises
they could
definitely bring back. So I'm excited to see.
So they said they just want to, they don't want to just live off nostalgia.
Right. No.
Right.
And I have been saying
Metroid missed N64.
It did. I need to take my own advice because I've been saying for the longest,
new IP.
Like all these games are great, all these ports are great. New IP.
Yeah. So
some new IP.
So next 2 years we're gonna the big games in the next 2 years, obviously Pokemon game, more of the latter 2 years, and Metroid Prime 4, which we don't know how long they've been in production. They didn't show a trailer, they didn't show anything, so
just a teaser, yeah.
It's rumors to be next year. The end of next year, but I think more of 2019.
Right. That would be that'd be so hot if it comes out the end of 2018. Oh my god. Nintendo wins the decade. If that's the case.
They wins the decade. Well, it could be early. It could be early 2019, right? Like January, February.
Sure. I wouldn't be mad.
So
I wouldn't be mad.
All right, let's get into a little Black Friday things. So they're already releasing, Black Friday sales. We can see what's going to go on sale on Black Friday. Nintendo we know we're going to get a Breath of the Wild Collector's Edition or Explorer's Edition.
Right.
Which I don't even know what that means. Because there was a Collector's Edition, right? There was a Collector's Edition. There was a Gold Edition. There were 2 other editions.
Of
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild, yeah.
And now there's Explorer's Edition, which is a 100-page book with the map. What's going to be in that book? I bought the collector's book.
Yeah.
Right? The guide. So what's...
Same.
That's over 100 pages. So what's in this little book that I need to buy this game again?
I don't know. But you know what's going to happen.
I'm going to buy the game.
We're both going to get it.
We're both going to get the game. It has the map and everything.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. We're going to buy the Explorer's Edition, and we're probably going to trade in our regular edition.
Maybe.
Because it's the same game that's in the box.
Right. That's true. Yeah, you don't need to have multiple copies.
You don't have multiple copies of the game, right? But we're buying it for the extra stuff.
We'll just go ahead and trade it into GameStop for $5.
We're trading it, $2, right?
Yeah,
$5 and 2 points.
$5 if we're Power Up Pro members.
There we go. I am automatically. I haven't paid for it with cash, and then also they announced Black Friday exclusive Nintendo 2DS, not the XL. Exclusives, yeah. Well, no.
Well, this is
a Black Friday exclusive,
right?
You get the 2D, you get an Zelda Ocarina of Time 2DS, not the clamshell, just the original 2DS.
The big old
clunky one.
The slate, yeah.
It's a little ugly. I gotta say, it's green with yellow buttons.
Right.
Ocarina of Time 3D is already in. You're not going to get a physical copy of the game. It's already been pre-downloaded, or maybe they give you a code. I've been looking for a 2DS I call it the clunker.
Right. The non clamshell.
I call it the clunker. I've been looking for a clunker 2DS.
You gotta have it in the collection.
Gotta have it in collection.
You can take it out and bring it around with you. No, but you want it. Yeah,
I want it. I'm probably gonna. I don't do Black Friday, but I'm probably gonna do Black Friday for this.
Right.
I want this.
Right.
It's ugly.
Right.
But I want it.
Well,
because I want one.
They also announced. I think we may have talked about it on the show. The Super Nintendo.
Yes.
The Super Nintendo 3DS XL, Amazon exclusive. I don't know if that's dropping Black Friday per se, but that definitely is coming out.
Now, here's my issue with the haters. Okay, people, and I don't know if you're included in this.
Oh, am I a hater?
Do you want me to answer that?
Well, you just asked me if I was or not. You were reporting that I was a hater.
Well, I don't know if you're. Are you a hater? I won't say anything. Are you a hater on this particular issue? A lot of people hate the American SNES.
Oh no!
Design.
No. What's so bad about it?
So, I love the purple and gray.
I thought it
personally
was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but people are hating on just the design. So people are hating on this.
I mean,
so they have a new Nintendo 3DS XL. That's
Knuckles.
Knuckles. that looks like that's in the shape of like a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
There's the Super Nintendo skin on it.
Yeah, it's the same color scheme and all that. I think it looks great. That looks great. You know, I do like the Super Nintendo American controllers over the Japanese ones because they made the X and Y buttons concave.
With the color, yeah.
Right? Well, no, I mean like the shape of them too.
Oh,
like
yes.
They had the little concave, so your thumb would like fit right in there, nice and easy. And you knew which set of buttons you were over.
This comes out Cyber Monday.
It does.
Yes.
Right.
November 27th.
So there you go. You get this one, get the
Black Friday, and then get this on Cyber Monday.
On Monday. Oh my God.
So
there goes my income for the month.
Yeah, there goes everybody's Christmas presents because this is for me.
I know, right?
This is for me, and I already got you a Christmas present.
Oh, look at that!
I already got you a Christmas present.
I'm still deciding on what to get. I got some ideas for you.
So, all right. So Nintendo did have a direct that was only about Animal Crossing on mobile. So I don't want to spend too much time with this. I'm not the biggest Animal Crossing fan.
Oh, I am not an Animal Crossing fan.
Okay, so all right, I was trying to be nice. I am not an Animal Crossing fan at all. But I did say, from what I know about Animal Crossing, this is a mobile game. Like, this would go crazy on mobile.
Sure.
Right?
Most definitely, yeah.
Listen, I'm dating someone who, every time I turn around, she's like styling a room on her phone, right? She's like, I got to get this couch.
Right.
For this imaginary room that doesn't exist.
This is what that game is. Yeah.
This is what Animal Crossing is, essentially. Right? So this is going to be big, especially in Japan, but this is going to be big, I think, here too. I will try this game.
Okay.
I will try it.
You're gonna play more than 5 minutes of it. You're gonna get past the tutorial where you find a Squirtle in your sink.
That's as far as I went in Pokemon
Go, and you're like, nah, I'm done. I'm
good. I got my Squirtle. He was in the sink.
Okay.
I tried to get something else that ran around the corner and disappeared. Out the bathroom.
Right.
So I don't know what it was. I just saw the back of it and it ran and I couldn't find it anymore. And I was like, this game, I can't get into this game. I will try Animal Crossing. I tell you this, I will put more into Animal Crossing than I did Miitomo.
Yeah. Wow. Miitomo was barely a game.
So I will try my best.
But
I think this is a moneymaker, though.
Well, sure. I think it's going to do well. It's a new game with mobile with a mobile focus. Yes. Right. It's like how they did with Mario Run. There is one button. It is a jump button. Mario just runs. Right. It's perfect. And it fits on the phone. You can tap, and it's perfect. Done really well. Pokemon Go uses the GPS and all that. It works out well.
Yeah, but Pokemon Go, they own 1/3 of Pokemon, right? So the Pokemon company made Pokemon Go. I mean,
sure, but I mean,
it's not. I mean, technically, it's not Nintendo.
Well, I mean, it ain't coming out. It ain't coming out in any other system.
Yeah,
it's not going to be on PlayStation anytime soon.
Ever.
No,
ever.
So, yeah.
Well, that's the only Nintendo part.
Right. The exclusivity. Yeah.
The exclusivity. But this is a part of their new initiative, Nintendo, and they want to put out at least. They're aiming for 2 or 3 new smartphone apps annually. Right. So they upgraded Mario Run. Right, and that's on, and now it's on iOS and it's on Android. They're gonna have Animal Crossing. Well, Fire Emblem came out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They came out on. I think it came out. It definitely came out on iOS. I think it came out on iOS and Android.
Oh yeah, no. It's definitely out on both.
And now they have now they have Animal Crossing.
This is okay. So this is fine. This will tie into our last news story too. But I think Nintendo's doing it right. They are not exclusively focusing on smartphones. They are making games that are tailored for the smartphone, as well as also keeping up their IPs and putting out the Odysseys and the Splatoons on the Switch.
Well, let's keep it in context. It's they partnered up with an actual
app company,
mobile game developer
sure.
to make these games, which I'm sure they have a hand in.
Yeah,
right. They're not gonna let just trash or on a Dave scale trash go out there on the mobile system.
Right. No. And then Nintendo is very good about protecting their IP, so they're not gonna put out a half-baked game.
No, they're not. But you know who does put out half-baked games?
Oh my God, you're killing me with these segues.
I'm on fire, man.
I got a tally sheet over here, and it's going crazy.
I'm on fire, baby. Konami.
Kunami?
I call them Konami.
Kunami?
They
Kunami? Kunami? Or KOO. KOONAMI.
I call them Konami. You know why?
Why?
You know why? They lost the O. They lost.
Oh.
They lost some O's. All right. I call them Konami.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Well, you know what? I can make fun of their name, but their profits are up.
Surprisingly, I don't know what's going on.
I mean, they are making a killing on their mobile games.
Yeah.
So, and they have the Star Wars. I think they have Star Wars. They have a Star Wars license for a Star Wars game on mobile.
Very surprising.
They have that soccer game, like Pro Evolution.
Right.
And they have a Yu-Gi-Oh.
The other soccer franchise.
The other soccer franchise. And they have Yu-Gi-Oh. They have a Yu-Gi-Oh, which is a mobile game that they're making. First of all, Yu-Gi-Oh had like 55 million downloads, and the Pro Soccer Evolution had like 50 million downloads.
Yeah, guaranteed all those games, microtransactions.
Guaranteed. So they're making a killing off of that. And that, as a side note, let's not forget, they say they have a gaming division for a reason, because they don't just make games. They have like supermarkets and gyms all over Japan.
I was unaware. I mean, I know they're big in pachinko, but that's like kind of a game.
Pachinko, yeah, pachinko, right?
Wow, that's weird.
I'll be honest, I never even heard of pachinko until I heard that they have a big pachinko business. I had to look that up. I was like, what is a pachinko machine? I don't know what that is. And then lastly, they actually announced the release date for Dave's favorite game, Metal Gear Survive.
I love the Metal Gear franchise. But
Metal Gear with zombies.
Yeah, it doesn't have Kojima at the helm.
It's coming out February 20th over here in the U.S.
Yay!
In 2018.
I'm a wait. If it gets in the 80s, I'll take a look at it.
Okay,
I'll take a look.
So listen, Dave. I'll tell you guys a little secret. Don't tell anybody. Okay.
Oh, but as you're telling the listening audience.
Don't tell. I'm actually talking to them. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the
I can
audience.
still hear you, by the way.
Don't tell Dave. I told you, but he's a big Metal Gear fan. Okay, he doesn't like it as much as Final Fantasy. Okay, but he's a big Metal Gear fan.
It's a great series.
He's going to buy Metal Gear Survive.
Oh, like I said,
he's going to buy it.
I said if the game is good. Well, are you not going to get it?
No, I'm getting it.
Oh, okay. Well, then.
I'm going to get it.
Why are you making a big deal like, well, Dave's
I know, but because you said you're not going to, because you're like, yeah, maybe, because he's trying to like hold on to that.
I don't have Call of Duty World War II. I don't have Horizon Zero Dawn.
But you will have Metal Gear Survive.
Mario Raving Rabbids.
But you will have
Mario plus Rabbids.
But
there are many games that I will get before Metal Gear Survive.
But he will buy. He doesn't have all those games, but he will buy Metal Gear Survive.
If and when I get all those other games, and it gets at least an 80, then I'll think about buying.
No, he's gonna pre-order it. Watch.
Wow, you want to make a bet on that?
He's gonna pre-order it.
Make a bet on
He's
that?
gonna pre-order it.
So
He's gonna have his girlfriend pre-order it just so he can win the bet. Just so he can win the bet. So all right, it's that time of the show. Let's get into our convo of the week.
Oh, top 5 Mario games.
Well, we got some rules.
We do. We
got some rules.
Set the ground rules.
Set the ground rules. Okay, so there are a lot of Mario games. Mario's been over 200 games.
Yeah,
he's been in over 200
surprisingly.
games. So we're picking the top 5 Super Mario games. Has to be a Super Mario game, mainline game,
right?
Not a side game,
right?
Okay.
So, for example, we can't take
Mario Tennis
or Mario Tennis. We can't take Dr. Mario.
Can't take Dr. Mario.
Mario
Kart.
We can't say Mario Kart. We can't say Mike Tyson's Punch-Out because he was the referee.
He was the referee in that.
No, all those games do not count.
But there are 2 games that do count. Okay, you can pick. It's controversial, and we went back and forth, but we said, okay, you can pick A, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. That really was a Yoshi game. That they didn't.
But Mario was consistently in the game.
Mario was in the game, but you don't play as Mario.
Well, not entirely, but
at all.
You can't let him die.
Well, you can't play with him. You can't play as him.
Right. So you're
not playing as Mario.
Here's where the contention comes in. But we're allowing it.
We're allowing it.
Yeah,
it has his name on it. Okay, and then also another game that has his name on it that he's in is Wario Land Super Mario Land 3.
Yeah, I mean,
has his name.
He is
in
not
the game.
in that. He is not in that game.
He's in that game.
Maybe as like a cameo.
He's still in the game.
He is more.
It is considered.
He is prominently in every single stage and everything that you do in Super Mario World 2. And if you let him die, you die, which I would contend that he is a character. If not, they're symbiotic. You can't beat the game without the other.
He's still in Mario Land 3. Okay, well, Mario Land 1 to Mario Land 3. But Nintendo, why? You mix this is so weird. Wario Land 1 / Super Mario Land 3.
Right.
It's so weird. Anyway,
nonetheless, those are allowed.
IGN has it as a mainline Mario game. So I will allow it. Okay. So let's get into our top 5. Dave, from bottom to top.
Right.
What are your top 5 Mario games of all time?
So I want to say before I put my 5 out there, I made a conscious effort not to put games on there that I haven't really played. Well, I think that's unfair.
That is true, and that, you know what, we're gonna make it a rule. Even though we both followed the same, thing.
Well, I mean, you can't just be like, I don't know, like Super Mario Land 1 for Game Boy,
and you never played.
You look like the Metacritic. It's like, no, it's 95. It's got to go on the list. No, it's our games.
These are our top 5 games, personally. So we're gonna pick them for certain reasons.
Yeah.
Some of them, like Dave's, going to be blasphemous. That's going to be in his top 5, but it's okay.
I like how you color it ahead of time.
It's okay. Fine. It's okay.
Take out the little red Crayola thing, and you're already writing down notes.
But listen, we had to have played the game.
Well, yeah, of course, to
pick it, right?
So
okay.
So here's my number 5. Super Mario Maker.
Really? Okay.
That's my number. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my number 5.
Okay.
That's my number 5. And I thought you were gonna protest about it.
I'm not gonna protest any of your picks.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not gonna because Super Mario is iconic. It's great.
It is a new game.
It is.
Granted, it's a culmination of Mario 3, Mario World, and New Super Mario Brothers, but it's. It's a new thing. You can make your own Mario levels and whatnot.
It could be controversial. It could be controversial because that's not technically. I mean, it's technically a Mario game, but
it is.
Not.
It is a Mario game. Mario 1 is a Mario game. Mario 3 is a Mario game. Mario World's a Mario game.
Yeah. I'm just telling you what some people may say.
Fair enough.
What I've heard on the internet.
Fair enough. So that's my number 5, and
okay.
I picked that because it was like. They were able to make this game like here's all this really cool stuff, and you know what the one thing that everybody wants to do want to make their own Mario levels, right?
That's true.
And unless you know any sort of code or you're able to like hack a ROM or whatnot, like it just wasn't able. Well, you weren't able to do it. So they said, you know what? We're going to give you the tools that we have built internally and give you a whole entire game for that. And it was fantastic. It worked out really well. So that's my number 5. My number 4 is Super Mario Sunshine. Right.
Wow.
Game was great. Tight controls. Graphics were beautiful. They basically took the formula of 64 and ramped it up a little bit. Made an even more engaging world. Lots of unique stuff to do. You know, you can go back and find all the shine sprites like later on. A lot of extra endgame content, like we were talking about with Odyssey. So there's that. My number 3 pick, Super Mario Odyssey.
Wow.
Number 3.
They moved that. Wow.
Number 3.
I thought it'd be a little higher.
It's huge, man. It's not the best. Not the best Mario game, I don't think, but I love it. You know, it's like hard. It's like you got all these kids. You got a big family. How do you choose your favorite kid? It's tough. It's tough. But
Wow.
I think Odyssey builds on top of what 64 Sunshine, Galaxy, and Galaxy 2 did. All right.
Wow. Okay.
So
I'm shocked. I thought Odyssey, would have been top 2 at least.
Well,
wow.
I mean,
it didn't make the top 2 list.
Again, it's hard to choose your favorite kid.
Okay.
Hard to choose your favorite kid. Number 2, Super Mario World.
Okay.
The second best Mario game of all time.
I'm not gonna say anything.
We've gone through. We've kind of had the debates. You know, we always make it a thing. Whenever we have a guest on the show, we always ask which game is better, Mario World or the number 1 Mario game of all time, Super Mario Brothers 3.
Okay.
There it is.
Right.
There it is, and that's my top 5.
All right. Any honorable mentions that didn't make the list?
Oh, yes. So you may notice there's no Mario 64 on there. You may notice there's no Galaxy on there. Mario 64 is a monumental game in Nintendo's history, in gaming history, period. It was like one of the first 2 games out on the N64. Is 3D gaming done right. But I don't think the game holds up as well. Compared to...
You don't have nostalgia for the game.
Well,
personally.
I don't have as much nostalgia for the game because I haven't played it, but I also think the controls don't necessarily hold up. I think there are better iterations. I think Sunshine, Galaxy, and even Odyssey are just extensions of 64. So I didn't put that on the list. And also the original Super Mario Brothers, which is iconic. You know, it has its place in history. But again, I think Super Mario Brothers 3 is a more fleshed out version of Super Mario Brothers 1.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's...
Hey, look. We still have your 5 to get through.
I'm not gonna say anything.
All right.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Listen, I have to also bite my tongue when you have your blasphemous 5. So
I mean, I'm at least right about number 1.
Uh-huh.
I know. That part I know.
I'm not assuming anything here.
That part I know.
All right. So are you good?
All right. No, I'm good. I'm good.
All
I
right.
want to make sure you didn't see my list.
I'm not
list.
screen cheating.
All right, screen cheating. Mm-hmm. All right, so my number 5.
Uh-huh.
All right, this may be a little controversial.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's going to be Super Mario 3D World that came out on the Wii U.
Oh wow! All right.
That was the second game I bought for the Wii U,
Mm-hmm.
And I actually brought that digitally.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, I got the physical.
Of course.
When I became a super collector,
Uh-huh.
I became a collector.
Uh-huh.
I bought the physical edition.
I think you're up to super status now.
I wouldn't say it. And personally, I wouldn't say that.
You're going hard on the collection,
I'm
man.
going hard. I'm only up to 2,200.
Hey, that's nothing to sneeze at.
In 2 years.
Nothing to
Actually,
sneeze at. That's like that's a kid's college education worth of video games.
that's
right
like 1,100 a year.
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
years, right?
there. Yeah.
Super Mario World, Super Mario 3D World. I thought that was a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you have levels that you can't get through, that star came in handy. And yes, I'm not afraid to admit I used that star to get through some levels. That actually was my first 3D Mario game.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I can tell you right now, Super Mario 64, I have no nostalgia for because I never got that game as a kid.
Right.
I got Mario Kart 64.
Right. That was the one. Yeah.
You know, I have great nostalgia for Mario Kart 64, which I think is the best Mario Kart game of all time.
Ooh, okay.
Mario Kart 8 DX is behind it, but we'll do that list again another time.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is...
I think is the second best game.
That's the one, man. Nah.
So I
No way.
listen, I destroyed 64 because that was the only game I had for a long time. So I have no nostalgia for Mario 64.
I think we're both in the same boat on that.
So I didn't miss the console. I just missed that game. So I never got that game.
Okay.
All
No complaints so far.
All right.
No complaints.
Number 4 on my list. Super Mario DS.
Super Mario DS.
Yeah.
Oh, new Super Mario DS.
Well, new Super Mario DS.
Okay.
But yeah, I call
Yeah.
I was still working at Circuit City.
Uh-huh.
I think I got promoted, and I was working in Long Island. Mm-hmm. I wasn't a gamer at this point. Mm-hmm. But then this game came out, and I brought a DS
just for this game.
Wow. I literally bought the DS, beat this game, got the little extra levels, beat that, and then gave it to my sister for Christmas.
Wow, you got some history. Okay.
So I bought this game specifically for that.
Wow. Okay. So that's your number 4. Right?
That was my number 4. That I have nostalgia for that game. That got me slowly. That was like, you know what? Maybe I should start playing more games again. Like that slowly got me. That got the ball rolling in my mind. I should start playing games again.
Yeah. No, it's legitimately a good game.
And
brings back the world map. Yeah.
Yeah, brings back the world map, side scroller. That's my game. That's my Mario. That's how I know Mario. Okay, so I love that game. Third on my list, and where it belongs, is Super Mario 3.
Brothers 3. Right. Then the Nintendo. You got to be very careful. There are many Mario games.
These iterations, man. Super Mario Brothers 3
is in
the third spot. Where it belongs. It's a great game.
Just wanted to match up the 3 with the 3.
It's a great game. It's a great game.
It's the best.
It almost was 4.
Wow.
DS almost trumped it, but I loved this game as a kid.
Of course,
I watched that horrible movie that was the biggest promotion for this game.
Oh, that movie was great, man. You mean The Wizard?
The Wizard was not great.
The Wizard. All right.
I think you have nostalgia glasses.
All right,
you are wearing glasses, but
Rated G homework. If you haven't seen The Wizard, see The Wizard.
The Wizard.
You can probably watch it on YouTube, I bet.
Listen, if I had to rate it in a Dave system, it would be.
Oh, well, it's not trash though.
It's not trash.
It's not trash.
And you know why it's not trash? Because I have nostalgia for it.
Well, yeah. Obviously.
You may think it's trash if you see it now. Okay, so number 2 on my list.
Yeah.
Super Mario Odyssey.
Of course.
Super Mario Odyssey. Love this game. Love the moons. I spent at least 8 hours in this game. Beat it. And I'm still not done. Like halfway done. Got to get 836 moons. I think it's 36. I know it's a 6 at the end. I think it's like 836 or 846.
Weirdly specific number, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I love this game. Listen, this game is a system seller for Switch, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's like one of the best rated games of all time.
It is. Yeah, I mean it's insane. I'm not gonna fault you on the number 2 spot. I wouldn't fault somebody who puts it on the number 1 spot.
I wouldn't fault anybody either. So let me give you 2 honorable mentions because I went back and forth with putting these on my list. All right, so 2 honorable mentions. Super Mario Brothers Wii.
Oh. Sure.
That was the first game.
New Super Mario Brothers Wii.
New Super Mario Brothers Wii. It's stupid new and super. I got the Wii for my sister for Christmas, and I got her Mario Kart Wii, and I got her this game. I got her Super Mario Wii, and she loved it. That was the first time me and her played. We didn't play. We played together in the sense that she watched me play and I watched her play. Like it was the first time we played a Mario game together. So I have great nostalgia for that, and we played Mario Kart together, Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah, nice.
Second honorable mention is Super Mario Brothers 2, the American version.
Oh, Doki Doki Panic.
Doki Doki Panic 2. Super Mario Doki Doki Panic 2.
Yeah,
How about that?
Super Mario Brothers 2.
So I remember,
Nice.
I got this. I got this when I was a kid.
Yeah, same.
And
I got it Christmas '88.
I got it Christmas '88. It was one of those. They told me they couldn't buy it because it was sold out, but they lied because they got it.
Got them.
All right, so they got me.
Uh-huh.
They got me. Still, I think this is one of the only Super Mario Brothers games. I mean, that I've actually played and I never beat.
Mm-hmm.
I never beat.
Oh,
this.
really?
But this was the first Mario game I played with my father.
Uh-huh.
He never played the first one with me. He played Duck Hunt, but he never played Mario Brothers with me.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the first one we played together.
Oh, wow. That's
So I have
awesome.
nostalgia. I have nostalgia for it, but it didn't make the list.
Mm.
So definitely top 10, but not top 5.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So,
solid game.
solid
Holds
game.
Holds
Solid
up,
game.
too. Yeah.
So, but you know what other game holds up? My number 1, which is the best Mario game ever.
According to Dan Robinson.
Ever made.
According to Dan Robinson.
Ever.
Uh-huh.
According to Dan Robinson, according to IGN, according to Pierre Schneider at IGN, the best
According
Super
to
Mario
one other guy
world.
in the entire world at IGN.
Super Mario World. Check their list. This is number 1. Super Mario World for the
Wow.
SNES.
Yeah. Big surprises. Big surprises there.
Okay.
But
all
not
right.
really. No. We'll go. By all means. Solid, great, fantastic
Listen,
game.
this is my desert island game.
Yeah.
Okay. It's I 100%ed it on a SNES.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back in the day, I 100%ed it, almost 100%ed it on the SNES Classic Mini.
Mm-hmm.
I 100%ed it on the Wii U when I brought it in a virtual console. I love this game. All right, this is the first game you actually jump on Yoshi, which should have been a horse, but it's a dinosaur.
Right.
Right.
We mentioned that last week.
I got all
yeah.
the last show.
The
not
last show,
week.
yeah.
Yeah, I got all the secrets. This was the first game where you get all the secrets. I love the fact that on the version that you get from the virtual console, you can eat the dolphins. Remember, you couldn't eat the dolphins.
All right, because that was in the Japanese version.
That was
You
in
could
the
do
Japanese
that.
version.
Yeah.
And now I want to just buy the Super Famicom version so I can 100% that one too.
Right, and eat all the dolphins.
Yeah, and eat all the dolphins. I don't even need to know what it says. I don't need to
of
read
course
it.
not.
I can 100% it with my eyes closed.
Oh, wow. Yeah?
So I'd love that game.
Yeah.
That game is the best Super Mario game of all time.
Well, there you go. No surprises with our number 1, but there were some interesting picks in there.
Listen, there's no surprise. You do you in
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers 3. I'll
Yeah.
do me in Super Mario World. Okay. You know what? We need to have a showdown.
We
need
had
to have
a showdown
We need to
already.
do an updated showdown.
Well, how is it going to be an updated showdown? You're still going to love World. I'm still going to love 3.
A lot of people didn't hear our original showdown. We need to do an updated
my
showdown
God.
show. Convo of the
Oh
week.
my God. Maybe. I don't know what else new we can bring to light. I don't know how much further I can prove that you're wrong about Super Mario World.
Maybe we'll have a referee.
I've only got so much energy.
Maybe we'll have a referee.
Maybe.
Maybe Anthony can come on the show and talk some sense into you.
Maybe.
Or maybe we can get Pierre Schneider on the show.
Oh, hey, there you go.
And he can talk some sense into
Swinging
you.
for the fences.
I'm swinging for the fences, baby.
So we shall see. That does it. That's episode 92 in the books. Come a long way, people, and we appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, and YouTube at Rated G for Gamers. You can email us at ratedgforgamers@gmail.com. So please like, listen, subscribe, and as always,
Keep gaming.